Albert Einstein, born in Ulm, Germany, on March 14, 1879, passed away in Princeton, United States on April 18, 1955. As one of the most influential theoretical physicists in history, he was the architect of the theory of relativity, one of the cornerstones of modern physics. His celebrated equation, E equals mc2, energy equals mass multiplied by the square of the speed of light in a vacuum, became the most famous in the world. However, his 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics was not awarded for relativity, but for his pioneering contributions to theoretical physics and for the formulation of the law of the photoelectric effect, which was crucial for the development of quantum theory.
I asked myself childish questions and proceeded to answer them.
I don't need to know everything. I just need to know where to find it when I need it.
I am neither especially clever nor especially gifted. I am only very, very curious.
We will never be able to solve the problems of tomorrow with the thinking of today.
I shall never believe that God plays dice with the world.
You can never solve a problem on the level on which it was created.
To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science.
Anonymity is no excuse for stupidity.
There is no place in this new kind of physics both for the field and matter, for the field is the only reality.
I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious.
I am not a genius. I am just curious. I ask many questions, and when the answer is simple, God is answering.
Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it.
God did not create evil. Just as darkness is the absence of light, evil is the absence of God.
Time does not exist. We invented it.
Information is not knowledge.
Information is not knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. You need experience to gain wisdom.
I am not only a pacifist, but a militant pacifist. I am willing to fight for peace. Nothing will end war unless the people themselves refuse to go to war.
We must not only learn to tolerate our differences, we must welcome them as the richness and diversity which can lead to true intelligence.
God does not play dice.
One should not pursue goals that are easily achieved. One must develop an instinct for what one can just barely achieve through one's greatest efforts.
You do not really understand something unless you can explain it to your grandmother.
Education is not received, it is achieved.
Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love.
Intelligence is not the ability to store information, but to know where to find it.
I know not with what weapons World War Roman III will be fought, but World War Roman IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
There is no vaccine against stupidity.
The conscientious objector is a revolutionary. On deciding to disobey the law, he sacrifices his personal interests to the most important cause of working for the betterment of society.
The value of a college education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think.
Don't dream of being a good person. Being a human being is valuable and gives value to life.
The magic of compounding interest is truly the eighth wonder of the world.
No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong.
The development of general ability for independent thinking and judgment should always be placed foremost, not the acquisition of special knowledge.
The definition of genius is taking the complex and making it simple.
My sense of God is my sense of wonder about the universe.
The pursuit of knowledge for its own sake, an almost fanatical love of justice, and the desire for personal independence. These are the features of the Jewish tradition which make me thank my stars that I belong to it.
The pursuit of knowledge is more valuable than its possession.
The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. The horizon of many people is a circle with a radius of 0.
They call this their point of view.
A perfection of means and confusion of aims seems to be our main problem.
The harmony of natural law reveals an intelligence of such superiority that, compared with it, all the systematic thinking and acting of human beings is an utterly insignificant reflection.
Every kind of peaceful cooperation among men is primarily based on mutual trust, and only secondarily on institutions such as courts of justice and police.
The height of stupidity is most clearly demonstrated by the individual who ridicules something he knows nothing about.
I thought of that while riding my bicycle.
The strength of the Constitution lies entirely in the determination of each citizen to defend it. Only if every single citizen feels duty-bound to do his share in this defense are the constitutional rights secure.
The religion of the future will be cosmic religion. It will transcend personal God and avoid dogma and theology.
Morality is of the highest importance, but for us, not for God.
The bigotry of the non-believer is for me nearly as funny as the bigotry of the believer.
The formulation of the problem is often more essential than its solution, which may be merely a matter of mathematical or experimental skill.
The majority of the stupid is invincible and guaranteed for all time. The terror of their tyranny, however, is alleviated by their lack of consistency.
The problems of today can only be solved at a higher level of thinking than that which created them.
The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives.
At least once a day, allow yourself the freedom to think and dream for yourself.
Compound interest on debt was the banker's greatest invention to capture and enslave a productive society.
One lives one's life under constant tension until it's time to go for good.
Education is only a ladder to gather fruit from the tree of knowledge, not the fruit itself.
Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools.
There is only one road to human greatness, through the school of hard knocks.
There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle.
Am I, or are the others crazy?
Without changing our pattern of thought, we will not be able to solve the problems we created with our current patterns of thought.
Hunger, love, pain, fear are some of those inner forces which rule the individual's instinct for self-preservation.
Solitude is painful when one is young, but delightful when one is more mature.
We are part of a whole which we call the universe, but it is an optical delusion of our mind that we think we are separate. This separateness is like a prison for us. Our job is to widen the circle of our compassion so we feel connected with all people and situations.
Empathy is patiently and sincerely seeing the world through the other person's eyes. It is not learned in school. It is cultivated over a lifetime.
Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing.
Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing.
A clever person solves the problem. A wise person avoids it.
The most powerful force in the world is compound interest.
The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything save our modes of thinking, and we thus drift toward unparalleled catastrophe.
The most precious things in life are not those you get for money.
You cannot prepare for war and peace at the same time.
No worthy problem is ever solved within the plane of its original conception.
Intellectual solve problems. Geniuses prevent them.
There's no question dolphins are smarter than humans as they play more.
Cherish the questions, for the answers keep changing.
I know quite certainly that I myself had no special talent. Curiosity, obsession, and dogged endurance combined with self-criticism have brought me to my ideas.
When I read the Bhagavad Gita and reflect about how God created this universe, everything else seems so superfluous.
Knowledge is realizing that the street is one way. Wisdom is looking in both directions anyway.
The only real valuable thing is intuition.
Time is relative. Its only worth depends upon what we do as it is passing.
Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind.
I have repeatedly said that in my opinion the idea of a personal God is a childlike one.
One should respect an honest person even if he expresses opinions differing from one's own.
Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore.
What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right.
What a sad era, when it is easier to smash an atom than a prejudice.
One may say the eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility.
The greatest scientists are artists as well.
One who scorns the power of intuition will never rise above the ranks of journeyman calculator.
Creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else has ever thought.
What I see in nature is a grand design that we can understand only imperfectly, one that a responsible person must look at with humility.
What I see in nature is a magnificent structure that we can comprehend only very imperfectly, and that must fill a thinking person with a feeling of humility. This is a genuinely religious feeling that has nothing to do with mysticism.
Combinatory play seems to be the essential feature in productive thought.
I now see the necessity of a beginning.
Most people see what is and never see what can be.
Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death.
A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be.
The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination.
We are slowed down sound in light ways, a walking bundle of frequencies tuned into the cosmos. We are souls dressed up in sacred biochemical garments, and our bodies are the instruments through which our souls play their music.
Striving for social justice is the most valuable thing to do in life.
When the solution is simple, God is answering.
You cannot solve current problems with current thinking. Current problems are the result of current thinking.
We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
Never memorize something that you can look up.
The only source of knowledge is experience.
Keep on sowing your seed, for you never know which will grow. Perhaps it all will.
The human spirit must prevail over technology.
Matter is spirit reduced to point of visibility. Art is standing with one hand extended into the universe and one hand extended into the world, and letting ourselves be a conduit for passing energy.
Watch the stars, and from them learn.
Once you stop learning, you start dying.
Most people stop looking when they find the proverbial needle in the haystack. I would continue looking to see if there were other needles.
It is strange to be known so universally, and yet to be so lonely.
The wing structure of the hornet, in relation to its weight, is not suitable for flight, but he does not know this and flies anyway.
Never regard study as a duty, but as the enviable opportunity to learn.
Fear of stupidity has always been the basis of most human actions.
Bad is subtle, but he is not malicious.
Failure is success in progress.
Possessions, outward success, publicity, luxury. To me these have always been contemptible. I believe but a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best for both the body and the mind.
The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas.
We should take care not to make the intellect our God. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality.
The supreme task of the physicist is to arrive at those universal elementary laws from which the cosmos can be built up by pure deduction. There is no logical path to these laws. Only intuition, resting on sympathetic understanding of experience, can reach them.
I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn.
I would teach peace rather than war, love rather than hate.
The thinking that got us to where we are is not the thinking that will get us to where we want to be.
It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer.
I think that only daring speculation can lead us further, and not accumulation of facts.
The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size.
A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy?
I assert that the cosmic religious experience is the strongest and the noblest driving force behind scientific research.
I admit that thoughts influence the body,